Welcome to the Horse Talk Show
You never heard of a talking horse?
with your host, Louisa Barton.
I want to be a famous rider. I should like to race.
Presented by Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital.
Truth is, I help horses with people problems.
Now here's the Brit on the bit, Louisa Barton. Yeah, baby.
The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honoring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor. Welcome to the Horse Talk Show presented by Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms, our broadcast sponsor, Idaho's finest alfalfa. Well, we had a plan for tonight. The plan was Heather and Jeremy Reynolds were coming to talk about Appaloosas in endurance, which is actually a very interesting topic. And I'm very excited about having them on the show with us next week. I said, what would be an interesting topic to fill in with this week, since we had an opening? So I called a couple of people I know very well. One, Claudia Ney Bellandi from Oak Bell Farm, one of our wonderful breeders here of the National Horse of Brazil, the Mangalarga Marchador, which is a phenomenal breed, by the way, that I love and would love to own. So thank you for coming in, Claudia. And then we also have a Hall of Famer here. We have the only guy that ever beat Secretariat, and he beat him twice, and he rode Ruffian, Jacinto Vázquez. So that's pretty cool as well. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I've known Jacinto for a long time. And he's a character, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a load of fun. So we've got amazing co-hosts in the studio this week. Jacinto might not know that he's a co-host this week, but he is. And we're going to hear a little bit about his story later on and some great things he has to say, except for what you told him not to say earlier, which we're going to avoid. But we'll start off with some horse news. And we have some wonderful events coming up. The very first one that I want to talk about is Best of America by Horseback, which is the most popular trail riding show on television on RFD TV. And they're going to be here in Ocala at the Florida Horse Park. You know we love the Florida Horse Park. And how better to showcase how wonderful Ocala is and how beautiful our Greenway trails are, but to have the most famous host and the most famous show here. And you get an opportunity to go ride with these people, and it'll all be televised. So you can call the number on the poster and reach out to Del Shields or Best of America by Horseback, and you can join in with the ride. I think it'll be a lot of fun. One of the things that we really have a problem with the equine industry is finding good workforce. And one of the things we're really trying to do is engage the young people. And with my day job here at the CEP, one of the things we're working on is equine studies in the schools. We've managed to accomplish that in high school. It is now offered at North Marion High School. You can take equine studies. We're working now for elementary and middle. We've also opened an equine industry school here. And we're going to couple that with the wonderful Equine Industry Expo, March the 9th. And you can come and meet a Mangalarga Marchador. Maybe Jacinto Vázquez will come and sign some autographs for us. We'll ask him.
For sure.
I'll
bring him.
You'll bring him. Hopefully we'll have a Gypsy Vanna here for you and some other wonderful breeds. We'll have vendors, food trucks. We'll also have farriers. And we'll have an equine dentist here doing some demonstrations for you, and also some horse trainers and a round pen. It should be a wonderful event, so make sure you join us from 12 to 7 on March the 9th. Also, a quick mention, because Valentine's Day is coming up, and for you chaps that are in the doghouse quite a bit, you want to get out of the doghouse. The best way to get out is by going to Nirvana and buying some amazing specials for Valentine's Day for your beautiful other half, and I promise you they'll be very happy about it. And I'm excited actually because I had my third treatment on my knee yesterday, and I can't wait to show you how amazing my knee. Of course, Claudia was with me when my knee fell off.
Yes. And it was terrible.
And it was terrible, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You were in the hospital with me. Also, don't forget Feel the Love, February 9th at Nirvana Medical Spa as well. But talking about my knee, Claudia was there with me after my car accident, February 24th of last year, and my knee was...
Oh my gosh.
It was unreal, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Absolutely unreal. And it was nothing to do with horses. This was actually a car accident. Somebody fleeing the police hit me. But for those of you out there that have had horse accidents or injuries, that have perhaps a scar, Nirvana is the place to go. And 3 treatments. I showed you the photo, and that's after a treatment, so it's, you know, red from the treatment. Unbelievable.
No, it looks amazing.
They combine that with PRP, and in about 4 weeks, I'm going to be able to show you something amazing, which is how you can get rid of a scar, like almost completely. I mean, even now, after the 2nd treatment, I look in the mirror when I'm standing up, I can't even see it. But the 3rd treatment, I mean, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to share. And actually, Gigi is going to she's like, I am. What am I going to do now? Gigi, the show director, and my business partner is going to put together a compilation of the series of what it looked like after the accident to the 1st visit, 2nd visit, 3rd visit to my knee completely now almost scar-free, which is thank you, Nilam and Michelle. You guys are amazing. I love you. And while we're on that note, I'm going to give some goodie bags here to you guys. They're see-through on the green screen, which is so cool, from Piranha. There's a goodie bag for you.
Thank you so much.
And in here, there is a cap and a t-shirt from Lip Chip, which is so great. And there's a little information on Nirvana.
This guy comes together? Oh my gosh.
No, but he can inject you with things that make you more beautiful. So he's wonderful. And then nice little koozies.
Okay.
And then there's
That's
some
a nice
Piranha
for you.
products in
Thank
there.
you.
Oh no, Piranha products are in here.
Piranha
For you.
product.
Yeah, Piranha's the best.
Piranha.
So
We need-
much.
Slice
We
in the
need
whole world.
Piranha to
I
send
love
to the
Piranha.
White House.
Goodie bags for my guests. Isn't that great?
Thank you. Thank you
Yes,
so
I know.
much.
You're welcome. I love that. Were you at the Pegasus this weekend? And if you weren't, did you watch it? What a great race. Wow. Life is good, really.
Yeah, what's the race?
It was amazing.
I
We were
watched the
there.
whole
Look,
thing.
see, we were at Nick's Go's stable. Gigi, is this the day before the race?
Yes.
Yes, this is the day before the race.
This the horse that win?
That's Nick's Go. No, he came second, but he ran an incredible race. He actually came out of the inside. He was in post number 1. And, that's Winston. He also ran in the Pegasus World Cup this weekend. And we stopped in Mark Cassie's barn. And that's March to the Arch, Florida bred. Yep. Really, really cool horse. That horse was feisty.
Number 1
More
is
to come
Nick's
out.
Go.
There's Nick's Go on the track. Right before the Pegasus, we were pretty close right there. It was pretty neat to be there and see him. And that was his last race. He is now retired to the breeding shed, and TaylorMade actually came.
He's retired. That's the last race?
Yep, that was it. Last race. TaylorMade. He goes to TaylorMade, and Brooke Ledge picked him up at about 1 o'clock on Sunday, and we were there. That was right before he loaded up. There's Brad Cox. Brad's done an amazing job with him. Brad Cox is one of a kind, honestly. He's the most humble. Oh, there he is. That's Nick's Go. He actually won the Pegasus last year.
Okay.
And he also won the Breeders' Cup Classic 2021. And he's just an amazing horse, and the Demericks trained him. He started right here with Jackie and Nick in the round pen at Jackie and Nick's farm. And then he went out to Brad Cox, and there he is off on the Brooke Ledge van. Brooke Ledge do such a phenomenal job loading him up to get ready and go and start his breeding career. There he is in the paddock at the Pegasus at Gulfstream Park, and just happy to see him go off, and hopefully Brad Cox will get some of his babies to train, and we'll see some great success in the future from his offspring. And there's Joel mounting up there on him right before, and it's really cool. So we were there for that, and that was a pretty neat race to be there for. And thanks to the KRA who actually asked us to go and get some footage, because they couldn't be here, I guess, due to some of the COVID restrictions. Did I forget to mention anything? Oh yes, prayers to everyone connected to Alphabet Soup who passed away. Very, very sad.
Alphabet Soup passed away.
Yeah. He was what, Gigi, 31? Yeah, 31 years old. He was at Old Friends, of course, which is where I'd like to be retired to, because they sure do take care of the horses out there.
Well, in Kentucky.
Yeah, they do a beautiful job out there. So anyway, prayers and thoughts out to everyone connected, especially to Michael Blowen, who loves every one of those horses. And there is Alphabet Soup and Gigi. She got to meet him last year. Such a neat horse. So coming back after the break, we're going to have Dr. Adam Cayot with us from Peterson and Smith. Going to chat to him a little bit. Stay with us on the Horse Talk Show. We'll be right back.
This show is brought to you in part by DAC Vitamins and Minerals of Florida. All horses need a solid immune system, excellent joint support, a healthy gut, and DAC has all the vitamins and minerals they need with the NASC stamp of approval. So like them on Facebook now, or go to feeddac.com. DAC, it makes a world of difference.
With over 70 years of collective experience in the horse industry, Lip Chip was built with integrity by horsemen for horsemen. Introducing the Chip Link system, powered by Lip Chip, where a 15-digit unique ID becomes a key to unlock not only identity, but also health paperwork, owner information, and even photos of each horse. So simple, even a child can do it. The future is here. The future is Lip Chip.
Enhance your horse's performance, fitness, strength, and rehabilitation with state-of-the-art equipment. ETI treadmills offer the finest European engineering, the highest quality filtration, and no chemicals are required. Follow Equine Therapy International on social media or at equinetherapyint.com. Equine Therapy International provides technologically advanced therapy for horses worldwide.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
What? Back on the second segment of the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms, our broadcast sponsor, Idaho's finest alfalfa. In the studio with me, I have Claudia Ney Bellandi from Oakville Farm. She is one of the top breeders of the Mangalarga Marchador here in the horse capital. And I absolutely love the breed. It's an amazing, amazing breed. And she's recently won everything at the Jingle Bell show that she was at. And then I have Hall of Fame jockey here with me, Jacinto Vázquez, who rode Ruffian. And he's actually the only jockey to ever beat Secretariat and beat him twice. That's kind of a big claim to fame. And then Dr. Cayot, Dr. Adam Cayot, the best vet in Florida.
I'm worthy to be in this group.
No, you're silly. So
I'm bringing the show down.
No, rubbish. You're so funny, though, and I love how humble you are. It's great. We've got a really big topic that we want to talk about, and it's probably more than a segment. Honestly, it's probably something we should cover when we go out to Peterson and Smith and do some of our segments that we're going to do out there in person with Dr. Cayot. And so it's probably something we're going to try and cover more extensively. But as Dr. Cayot said, maybe we can do the Cliff Notes version. But I did just want to mention something, and that is that Peterson and Smith are the official vet for HITS out there at Post Time Farm. And I think that's pretty exciting to know that a veterinarian clinic with an ambulatory service like they have, as professional as they are, being out at HITS is just a win-win all the way around. So I just wanted to mention that because I thought that was awesome.
Thank you.
Yes. Dr. Cayot, flexor tendons, dispensary injuries. That sounds like a mouthful, but tell us about that.
Yeah, so it's a pretty common injury, as many people that have sport horses or athletic horses that, they're asked to give their all at whatever pursuit they're doing, can be very common with, and it's familiar. There's a familiarity with these types of injuries, and unfortunately they can be quite extensive, and they can be expensive if you look at the cost of not being able to have your horse in training 6 months to a year, and then you got rehab costs and veterinary costs and all that stuff. So it's a huge impact on the horse industry, these types of injuries. And, they can range anywhere from, a minor sprain, so to speak, to, full thickness tears of, suspensory or flexor tendons, deep digital, superficial, and that sort of thing. They can have degrees of lameness. They depending on how severe the tear is. Mm-hmm. I've seen horses that have actually had tears that were sound. I actually did a pre-purchase on one probably, it's probably been 6 months ago. And the horse, we did the pre-purchase, and I noticed the tendon was thick, but it's kind of had that. Blah blah. The horse was perfectly sound. Went through the whole pre-purchase exam. Sound. Flexions. Wow. Worked the horse on the lunge line. And I said, I think it'd be a good idea if we just throw an ultrasound on this to take a look and see what it looks like.
What it is, right?
Yeah. It's a big old hole in the superficial flexor tendon.
And the horse is sound with that.
The horse was sound. And
wow.
No funny business neither. No blocks, nothing like that.
The horses got.
Yeah. So
Century. They walk sound.
It's pretty crazy. And then my heart kind of skipped a beat because I had been sitting here working this horse and putting him through his paces and for a pre-purchase exam, and he had this pretty extensive lesion. So point of the story is pay attention to all aspects of your horse. Right. Lameness, visual, feel your horse, and lay hands on them and try to gain as much information as you can.
Yeah.
But these things are, they can be very frustrating. They take a long time to heal. We have many different ways of treating them, from benign neglect, so to speak, and just giving them time. We
were talking about that on the break. Claudia said time. Yes,
time is the way you take a horse back for the activity.
And
this
is
most
nothing wrong with doing that. It's just a matter of you generally get a better quality of healing with some of the newer therapies. But there's I've had plenty of clients that have said, well, I'm just going to throw him out in the field for a year and we'll come look at him next year and see where we are.
Mm-hmm.
And those horses, many of them go and do just fine.
Mm-hmm.
So
if you can rest the horse, then, and you're not in a hurry.
Rest is
right.
imperative. Rest is imperative. You're not going to have any choice but to do that. It's just a matter of how long, And
Claudia brought up something that I thought was, it's not exactly necessarily a veterinary topic, but it is an interesting point, is recommendations on training. And obviously as a veterinarian, that's your role and you're not trying to be the trainer. But Claudia made a very good point. She is a trainer, that bringing the horse back in a different activity than what you were doing, the plan that you were doing when the incident occurred, or is thinking about what that training plan might be coming back seriously and not repeating the same thing.
You
right?
have to change. You have to change.
Yeah, no, absolutely, because obviously something happened. I mean, given the fact that if there wasn't some kind of, the horse was out galloping in the field and found a mole hole or something, crazy like that. That can cause those things. Certainly, you have to kind of reevaluate your training protocol for that particular horse and kind of see where you think you might have fallen short or what you can do better or just be more aware of next time. We all love these horses and we try to do the best for them. And sometimes, despite our best efforts, bad things happen.
Right. That's true.
But you always can try something different. You always can go down that path, and that's certainly a conversation to have with your veterinarian, depending on the severity of the injury and what the future is for this horse. So
right, and you've got some treatment options. Obviously, if you're on the fast track, needing to get the horse back sooner, not being able to turn it out and just let it rest, then there are some options of treatments that could be quicker.
That's correct. That's correct. Process. I mean, it goes, shockwave, stem cell, PRP, just laser therapy, all kinds of things that are out there now that, depending on the type of injury, might kind of dictate one over the other. And I always try to tell people it's not necessarily, you don't want to rush these things back. You want to take as long as you possibly can, because if you go too fast, you're going to be right back where you are and in worse shape, because now you've injured it twice, and that's pretty much, you're not going to come back to what you were before when that happens. So
that makes sense. Patience.
Patience, and that can be really hard for some people, because there's certain goals that you have these horses pointed towards, whether it's a horse show, whether it's a race, whether it's a family trail ride on Thanksgiving, whatever it is.
Right.
You have all these horses have goals that they want to get to, and sometimes those goals have to be moved a little bit. So.
Dr. Adam Cayot, it was a pleasure, as always, to have you on the show. Thank you very much. And we'll look forward to having you back next week. And then on a Monday, we're going to catch you at the clinic. We got to make a date so we can actually get to see you in person.
Let's schedule it. All right.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. You too.
Yeah, people talk about...
Hold on, we got to go to break, but we're going to be right back.
Okay.
Dr. Adam Cayot, Peterson & Smith, Equine Hospital and Complete Care. He's always so candid and humble. We love having him on the show. What a great guy. We'll be back in just a minute. We're going to talk to Claudia and Jacinto about the Mangalarga Marchador breed from Brazil, so stay with us. Thank you to our presenting sponsor, Peterson & Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care, and Larson Hay, our broadcast and television sponsor, plus supporting sponsors, DAC Vitamins and Minerals, Seminole Feed Stores, Piranha, TT Distributors, and the Hilton Garden Inn, downtown Louisville.
Horses! Piranha! Oh no! All the humanity! Oh, Piranha.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934. Manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at SeminoleFeed.com.
Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care seeks to be a leading international veterinary practice that provides state-of-the-art veterinary care to their patients while fostering professional relationships with their clients that stand the test of time. For 24/7 and the best in equine care, check out Peterson and Smith at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now for more information.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms, our broadcast sponsor, Idaho's finest alfalfa. I'm Louisa Barton in the studio. Special guest, Claudia Ney Bellandi from Oakbell Farm, a breeder of the national horse of Brazil, the Mangalarga Marchador. She pronounces it much better than me, so I'll let her do that in a moment. Gigi's nodding. And also Hall of Fame doggy Jacinto Vázquez here, who rode Ruffian, and he beat Secretariat twice. That's kind of a big deal. He's kind of a big deal, so we like having him around. We keep him. He's a claim to fame. Claudia, pronounce the breed properly with the accent and everything for me.
And Brazilian accent.
Yes,
okay.
in the Brazilian accent.
Mangalarga Marchador.
That was so much better than I say it. So
yeah, but
British people, you know, we do okay.
Yeah,
we
okay.
We almost have the English language, you know, managed. So I'm actually going to look up my notes you sent me because otherwise I'll forget. But really wonderful breed. I have ridden your horses. I think they are so incredibly comfortable and beautiful. 20 years, the Brazilian horse breed celebrates 20 years on the West Coast. Linda, it was 20 years ago that a single Marchador stallion came here, introduced this Brazilian national horse breed to the West Coast at the Del Mar International Horse Show. Since then, its representation has slowly increased to about 450 horses in the U.S. from the original 5 that actually arrived in Florida in the early 1990s. That's so cool.
Yes.
So amazing. So tell us a little bit about the breed. I know already they are so personable with people. We've been, actually, I have some photos I sent to Gigi of us downtown with Irana meeting people and people touching her she didn't know and walking around seeing all the activity. So their personality is amazing. They are so calm and quiet and sweet, but then they also get themselves up for the show.
There's a lot of energy, but it's a kind of cool energy. They have a lot of power. You can ride them all day long. They still in energy. This is the reason I love them. You know,
I love this costume. So cute.
Yeah,
that is you.
Yeah, this was
on Del Moog, right?
Yeah, it was in Del Mar and in Jingle Bell Show. They invited me.
She won everything. By the way. Well done. She won everything. Everybody else went home and said, "I hope she never comes to this show again."
No.
I'm joking.
Yeah, this is it's a main stallion for the farm that I used to import horses. It's an amazing stallion. Yeah, this is a Porto Palmeira farm.
My gosh.
Yes, amazing.
Look at the bone on that horse. Woof.
Yes.
And a nice butt. Very, very nice. Sorry, but I mean, he does. He's gorgeous.
Yeah, this is the Jingle Bell Show. I was waiting for the result for the competition.
Like, why did you need to wait? You already knew you won, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a stallion in the Porto Palmeira farm too. It's an amazing stallion. Yeah.
Incredible. So the horses first came over
Yeah, this
here?
horse I imported 1 month ago for the same farm, Porto Palmeira farm. Yeah, I imported him, about it.
What is his name?
He's IT, the Porto Palmeira. Yeah.
Now, you just won a lot at this show at Del Mar, but you also trail ride and beach ride.
Oh, yes, okay.
And bring these horses downtown for events with me and...
Exactly. In Brazil, the main purpose for the breeders is take the horse for the competition. This is a big business in Brazil, especially for competition.
There are hundreds and thousands of them in Brazil, right?
A lot, yes. But here in America, I think this breed is amazing because especially people under age 50 plus is not our case, of course.
No, of course not.
Yes.
No, never.
Yeah, many people have.
Who is?
Yes, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I think it is.
That's downtown.
Yes, and downtown.
Meeting that lady for the first time and major things
it's amazing,
going on.
amazing,
yeah.
amazing personality, and the smooth ride. This is the purpose for the Marchador, smooth ride. And many people in America, they contact me, they want to buy a Marchador because it's a gaited horse, but it's a strong one and very nice personality. And many people, especially 50 plus, and say, oh, I have my back hurt, my knee hurt, I don't want posting. This is perfect horse for this kind of people that love to ride. And you can jump, you can do the dressage, you can do everything with this horse. It's very athletic horses. I think this is the reason I love the Marchadors a lot, because it doesn't matter what you want to do, you can do with them. You know, and it's really, really smooth ride.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yes. This is a Marcelo Batista. This is a breeder. It's a Maripa breeder. He breeds amazing horses. I visited him a couple of days ago in Brazil, and I was so impressed with his horses.
Really?
So impressive.
It's beautiful, huh?
Oh my gosh, she's impressive.
It's really an amazing breed, and it's not a very huge horse. They are more.
It's
like,
about 15 hands, 51.
So it's a nice size, like you said, for 50 plus people who
Yes.
maybe don't want to be up so high.
Exactly.
They want to be more comfortable.
Yes.
You know, with a smaller horse to handle. They're not huge, but they have a nice physique as well. Physically, they have a very nice neck and nice chest. They're not little tiny.
No.
Those horses can gallop it like a natural thoroughbred.
Yes.
You've ridden?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
yes.
you like them.
I like them.
And you've ridden a lot of thoroughbreds in your life. And you like the Marchador?
Oh, yeah, I like them.
They are very
He
good.
wants to buy me this horse.
Well,
Oh, he does.
Yes.
You want to buy Del Moog?
if you get some money, I'm going to buy them.
Don't blame you.
I'm going to give an awful
Yeah, this guy is Daniel Pullian. He's in West Coast. He's in California. He's doing an amazing job with the Marchador. He invited all people, all breeders to go to the Jingle Bell. He's the guy that promoted the show. You know,
The Jingle Bell.
And
This is you just at home practicing.
Yeah,
Just
she was,
practicing
for Jingle Bell.
for
I
the
was
Jingle
training
Bell.
it for
But
the Jingle
look
Bell.
at the beautiful movement of
Who's
this
this?
horse. I mean, it's amazing.
Who's that horse? It's you?
You know, and you can't move. You
I
can't
know.
move.
It's not you.
Still.
It's me.
You look longer than horse in there.
Yes.
It's probably the
Yeah,
one
this
video
the horse
spread.
that I imported recently.
Oh my gosh, it's
Yes.
beautiful.
Yes.
How old is this horse?
3 years old.
Gorgeous.
I am
Look at
just
the
breaking
shine.
him. Yeah, I'm just breaking him. He's just a baby.
Oh, he is lovely.
Yeah.
He is so beautiful. Now the bloodlines.
He's nice. I was there with her one day, and she took it to the track. He looked nice.
No, it's so smart. When I was over there, I think I have a 4 or 5 ride, and I was galloping the track. He's
Really?
amazing. So smart.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
And
amazing.
interesting, you know, the personality. I just bought all this custom in Amazon 3 days before the show.
And put it on.
And put it on and let's go.
And let's go, because you have
And
to
he
have a
did
proper
great.
look at him.
Yeah, and he did great.
He is so good. That
Yeah.
is a lot of credit to you, though, the trainer. So the Mangalarga Marchador Association in Brazil must be very supportive of seeing the Brazilian horse here in America.
Yes.
They must love to see the
Yes.
Americans loving their horse, because
yeah.
they're amazing.
Yeah.
She's too expensive.
She should be. She does an amazing job. But the horses, they are, to me, they have so many amazing things about them. So they look amazing.
Yeah.
They're
This
smart.
horse I ever bring from.
In this state, they got a lot of Pasafino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After you ride one of these horses, you don't ride a Pasafino.
This horse is in Brazil right now.
We have 1 minute.
Yeah.
But it is amazing.
It's
that
amazing.
Yeah, this horse I just brought in Brazil right now. I'm bringing him to America pretty soon. He's in the farm.
I never was aware
Yes.
that kind of horses to met Claudia. But
It's wonderful.
I
We
really
bring the
like
thoroughbred
this.
people and the Pasafino, the Mangalarga Marchador people, and we say something about the Pasafino. We have to go to break. Thank you, Claudia. Is going to stay with us, and Jacinto, so stay with us on the Horse Talk Show. We're going to come back on the second half. Current equine microchips can migrate by up to 30%, causing difficulty when scanning. With over 70 years of collective horse industry experience, LipChip offers a new, more effective method of microchipping, partnering with veterinarians and technology experts to ensure humane and practical microchipping. LipChip was built by horsemen for horsemen. Nowadays, the performance horse industry is in need of both integrity and transparency. LipChip is the future of horse microchipping, with cutting-edge technology functional for every discipline. Find LipChip on social media, and for more information, lipchipllc.com. The future is here. The future is LipChip.
This show is brought to you in part by DAC Vitamins and Minerals of Florida. All horses need a solid immune system, excellent joint support, a healthy gut, and DAC has all the vitamins and minerals they need with the NASC stamp of approval. So like them on Facebook now, or go to feeddac.com. DAC, it makes a world of difference.
Equine Industry Expo, presented by Miller & Sons Plumbing, is at the Ocala Downtown Market, Wednesday, March 9th from noon to 7 p.m. Meet a variety of horse breeds and equine industry professionals for demos by farriers, equine dentists, vets, techs, and horse trainers. With food trucks, vendors, new equine-related products, free carriage rides with the beautiful Clydesdales, and more. Join us for Equine Edutainment at its best, Wednesday, March 9th at the Ocala Downtown Market. For more information, go to the events calendar at ocalacep.com, part of the Equine Initiative presented by Piranha.
World-class equine rehab promoting faster recovery is available at the Equine Performance Center Ocala. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, an underwater treadmill, a saltwater spa, an aquapacer, MagnaWave, a vibration plate, swimming pool, massage and laser therapies. With post-surgical care, memberships, packages and BOGOs, EPC delivers a rejuvenated horse through proven and innovative rehab. Like Equine Performance Center now on Facebook and find them on the web at epcrehab.com. Debbie and George and the staff at Gentle Carousel Miniature Therapy Horses, one of the largest equine therapy programs in the world, take teams of tiny horses to visit thousands of adults and children inside hospitals and in hospice care. They visit with families, first responders, and veterans who have experienced traumatic events. This multiple award-winning 501c3 is celebrating over 25 years of service, bringing hope and peace to the bedsides of many, some who are in the final moments of life. For more information or to donate, go to gentlecarouselminiaturetherapyhorses.com. Like them on social media, and help them make a difference that really counts. The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations, with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honoring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor.
Welcome back to the Horse Talk Show.
You never heard of a talking horse? Well, listen to this.
With your host, Louisa Barton.
What does it feel like to be in love with a horse?
Presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience.
Back in the saddle again.
Now, here's your pretty Louisa Barton.
You're fab, you're switched on, you're a bit of all right, yes! Yeah, baby! Yeah.
Back on the second half of the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience. Thank you to Larson Farms, our broadcast sponsor, Idaho's finest alfalfa. Louisa Barton here in the studio with my friend Claudia Ney Bellandi from Oakville Farm. She is our very, very well-known Marchador breeder here, and as you can see, she can really ride as well. And well done at the show. That was so amazing. I just kept seeing you posting ribbons and ribbons and more ribbons. I was like, everybody went home was like, wow. Amazing. But Jacinto Vázquez is here with us. Of course, he rode Ruffian. That's probably the horse he's most famous for, but there were a lot of other rides as well. And he beat Secretariat twice and no one else ever. Three times. Did he beat Secretariat 3 times?
The first time he run, I cost him the race.
You cost him the race?
Yeah.
Oh.
The owner of Secretariat almost killed him.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Well,
I was an angel.
I was, I think I was number 4 post position. He was number 3.
Then who were you on for this race?
Some horse, I forgot the name. And then if everybody tell me this horse can really run, I say, I'll fix his ass.
Yeah, wow.
So I tried that, and I broke, but my horse broke to the inside. When he broke to the inside, I couldn't really control him. And I run him and 2 other horses inside of him right to the fence. He had to pull up to walk. I almost dropped him, but accidentally.
Accidentally,
my
right.
horse. And
accidentally.
And then went on, and I think I finished 4th in the race, and they disqualified me. No, he finished 4th. Secretary finished 4th.
He finished 4th.
He finished 4th. And that was the first time he run. Then he run in Saratoga and he win. He run 3/4 mile in 9 that second time out. Then he got disqualified. Then as a 3-year-old, I beat him in the Wood Memorial, and I beat him in the Witness in Saratoga.
Every time I watch that Secretariat movie and he gets beaten in the Wood Memorial, I go, oh, Jacinto. Oh!
I wrote an entry. If you're not in an entry with Secretary, I'll be 100-1, and I beat him. So I came back from the, after Pestaway, I came back from the winning circle. The trainee don't come to me, nothing. He went right Secretary. So I got off the horse and he walked to me and say, "You're gonna cost me my job."
You probably did, almost.
That's not what he said. He
said something else.
No.
Well, we won't say on this show, right?
Yeah.
Then I answered him back with a 4-letter word, and I went on.
Then you went on?
Yeah.
So did you meet Penny Chenery?
Oh, yeah, I know her. But I used to ride a lot of horses for them before that.
Really?
Oh,
and
yeah.
after that, they probably said, you're not riding any more of ours.
No, after that. She don't want me to. And after the in Saratoga incident, she don't even speak to me.
I'm sure.
She don't want to even speak to me.
So when you look back on that part of history, which is obviously huge, I mean, in history of horse racing, especially for a woman to be in the position she was in, do you look back on that now and say, wow, I was part of that story? I mean, that to me is like, wow. I mean, Penny Chenery was somebody that, she was a pioneer for a woman,
Yeah, she came on the parents owned a big farm, and they had a lot of winners. They had some nice horses. Mm-hmm. They had excellent horses. Mm-hmm. They had a filly called Cicada. She beat Coach. She ran against Coach. She finished second.
Was that good?
She finished second in the Florida Derby. She finished second. She was too big either.
Really?
But she was a
good horse.
And in the beginning, she was really nice to me every time I went.
Of course, and then,
Roger Lauren used to train for her. And Roger Lauren quit the job and give it to his father to take the Phipps family. So after the old man took over the horses, I lost the job with those people. I used to ride most of every horse because I had a beef one time a few times with the old man, Lucien Lauren.
Lucien Lauren, yeah, Penny's trainer.
I cursed him out one day after the race. And so
Oh my gosh.
Listen, the day secretary run in an entry with angle light, I went to the barn about 5 o'clock in the morning. I went to the barn. He was there. He said to me, he said, what the hell are you doing here? He said, I don't want you. He said, you can ride it. You could be the best in the world, but I can't ride you. I say, you can think whatever. I say, why don't you put me in angle light? He said, what do you think you're going to do different in angle light? I said, I know I can improve that horse. He said, what do you mean you improve? He said, what about secretary? I said, you're going to have to run his ass off today if you let me put him in that horse. You know, that's what I told him. He said to me, say, I don't know. So he said, I'll think about it. Okay. Well, about 8 o'clock was the scratch time and name riders and horses. So he named in the horse. So I walk in the paddock. He said, you know, this horse got speed. There's not much speed in the race. You do what you want. He said, I know you don't going to listen to my instructions, but do what you want. I said, okay. So I ride angle light. I see this horse used to go to the lead, and when he get by the 3/8 pole, he used to stop all the time. So I just passed the half a mile pole, going to the turn by the 3.5 pole. I reach in and stop gunning this horse in the belly. I hit him about 4 or 5 times.
Oh, don't.
I hit him about 4 or 5 times, but I never let him run. I keep him a hold of it. And this he got it. So I turn him for home. They come Velasquez and the horse called Sham.
Sham, yes, Sham, the famous Sham.
The famous Sham. So I passed, but I got to the 316 pole. I reach and gun this, and I open about 3-4 lengths, and I beat Sham by 2 lengths, something like that. And secretary finished third. I beat all about 5 lengths. And
this was on angle light.
I was in angle light. That's the first time I rode angle light. I never been on them. So.
And you beat Sham and Secretariat.
Wow. So then I went to Kentucky to work angle light, and he worked angle light and Secretary together. And we worked 5/8 a mile. So we broke off about around a 12-inch chain, 13-inch, almost 13. And because Lucian told Turcotte, he said, stay with him till you can. So I broke out of there and I slowed down the first quarter of a mile and then turned for home. I asked my horse to run a little bit. And I can't get away from Secretary. So he just like this alongside of me. And we went up 5/8 of a mile in a mini flat, and he never let him run. He pulled up 3/4 of a mile in 12, something like that, and I couldn't keep up with him. So I came back to the barn, and he said to me, how the horse work? I said, he work okay, but get somebody else to ride him in the Derby.
That's a lot of history there, isn't it?
A lot of history.
That's a lot of history.
So a guy that, the groom, the guy, the foreman said, he just got through winning the World Memorial and talked to you like that? He said, you can't put better attention to that pain head. That's what he said.
Oh, God.
So I'm walking I had a limousine waiting for me to go back to the airport. I walk into the limousine and everybody's with Turcotte,
With Ronnie Turcotte?
With Ronnie Turcotte. And I had to go back to New York to ride that day. So I get into the limousine and Lucian said, you really want me to get somebody else? I said, why don't you get the whole clan from Canada? Get yourself a Canadian rider. At least you got Canadian training, Canadian jockeys. And I said, I don't want to be involved with you French. I call them different.
Stop it. On that note, we have to take a break because Gigi said this, but he's a great guy. What a wonderful history and great stories. You should come back much more often. I always think of stories make me laugh. We're going to be right back after the break on the Horse Talk Show. Stay with us. Thank you to our presenting sponsors of this half of the show, Palm Chevrolet and Larson Hay. Also, thank you to our supporting sponsors, Equine Therapy International, Nirvana Medical Spa, Equine Performance and Innovative Center, and Summit Joint Performance.
This hour of the Horse Talk Show is presented by Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, where the entire team is committed to making your experience in sales and service hassle-free and easier than ever with no games or gimmicks. Come in and visit on Southwest College Road or online at palmchevrolet.com. A second-to-none experience with all the amenities. Palm Chevy, find new roads.
Nirvana, Ocala's premier medical spa, is leading the way in great skin with all the newest in treatment options, offering prejuvenation for younger clients and rejuvenation for all ages. Nirvana knows you want to look your very best, but we've all seen people with the telltale signs of too much work. We want you to look like you, just better, brighter and younger, with all the newest and best in technology and all in the most beautiful surroundings. Like Nirvana Medical Spa on Facebook and find them on the web at nirvanamedicalspa.com. Become a better, brighter and younger you. Piranha, your trusted leader in insect control for 50 years. The official fly spray for World Equestrian Centre. From the strongest water-based equine spray in the blue bottle to the familiar and long-time favourite in the yellow bottle. Wipe and spray, we've got you covered. If you're looking for effective plant-based fly spray, then look for our Zero Bite in the green bottle. Check us out online at piranhainc.com. That's Pyranha, piranhainc.com, to learn more about Piranha's entire family of products. Piranha, it works.
I've been training racehorses for 31 years, and everybody over the industry has always talked about how we need to have integrity in the sport. I listened to everybody for years and years, and nobody ever did anything. So one day I just decided, we're going to do this. It's progressed really well since then. We've been working on it about 3 years now, and we've gone from, having real short reed ranges to over 1,200 feet. And go to big events, and where it's taken 6 to 7 hours for horses to come through the gates, we can do that now to where we can cut it down from 9 to 12 minutes per trailer load to less than a minute with no mistakes.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience. Thank you to Larson Farms, a broadcast sponsor, Idaho's finest alfalfa. I'm Louisa Barton. We're on the second half of the show. It's been a lot of fun so far. We've had some great guests. It's been wonderful. And my friend Yvonne Barteau is back. It's so nice to see her. We're just talking about it's time to have some social events again. And Jan Nierswick is here also. And we are going to talk about, well, a lot of things, actually. We really need to catch up and have you on the show more often. But Horses Without Humans, what an amazing... I've been there. I've been out there and visited the horses. I've seen the before and after. You guys do amazing work. Thank God for people like you. I actually just got what we call goose pimples in England. Yeah, we call them goose pimples in England. But yeah, I just got them because I just love... And actually, I need to bring Gigi out there, because it's such an amazing program and you do such wonderful things. But there's a topic really that is uppermost in your mind at the moment. You messaged me about it, and I think it's really important that we do talk about that. So please come back and let's talk more about what's going on at the rescue for sure. But let's talk about the SAFE Act, and let's talk a little bit about why it's so important. And we're going to be sharing, I think we have some photographs and things that we're going to be sharing too while you're talking. So Yvonne, let's start with you.
Alrighty, it's not a fun and great discussion, but it's so important. There are so many of us, and most of the people that listen and watch and that we are involved with, they love horses.
They love horses.
And we don't think that the horses that are outside our realm are in as much trouble as they are, and they really are. And we have had a bill that's been bounced around, bounced back, bounced out, and just hasn't made it through to be passed, which is just we're not shipping horses to slaughter anymore. As a country of people that care about and love horses, we need not ship horses to slaughter. And this will stop that. And we have such an overwhelming support. And people talk about what will happen. Oh my gosh, if we don't ship the horses to slaughter, we're just going to be stuck with them. That's a problem we need to face up.
Yes, we do.
We need to man up and face that.
We absolutely do. And I feel like, the responsibility of people from the day they take a horse, whether it's from young or whether it's later on, the responsibility. And can I just tell you, as a community here in Ocala, in the horse capital of the world, and I've got goose pimples again right now as I say this, I am associated with so many people in our community, from racing to all horse sports, who are the most amazing people in the world, whose hearts are in the right place, who offer a place to come back to horses that they have trained or been associated with, that offer second chances, that work with them to retrain them for different careers, and because it obviously it's very young for race horses to be done with their career, whereas in show jumping they're just starting at 12 or 13, they're just getting there, but in racing it tends to be the end of the career maybe much younger. And there's so many amazing responsible people in our community here that offer so many options for those horses, and I love that. But I know that is not the case US-wide necessarily, or worldwide, and we're fortunate to be around those people. I'm friends with those people and I love what they do, but I know there's so many cases of people who don't, and I also know there's so many cases just like me. I have a BLM Bureau of Land Management Mustang who was on his last shot, my $25 horse, and he wasn't going to get a chance to get adopted again, and he's an amazing horse. And so I think about how many horses are out there unwanted that go, and even recently, Gigi, we interviewed somebody recently who was, Kim Weir, the Lowell Correctional Institute that has 450 horses now that are rescued horses. And then we had another lady who was on recently about horses going to slaughter just a couple of weeks ago. And I didn't have any idea. I didn't have any idea how terrible it was, how out of control it was.
It's very out of control.
About our community, I say, oh my gosh, I wish all communities were like us, and I wish there were more organizations like yours that were doing, because if everybody was doing what I see happening here between rescues and trainers and people like you, if that was going on in every community.
We are making great strides.
We
really are. Last year, 35,000 horses went to slaughter, either in Mexico or Canada. It's a horrific number, but when Yvonne and I first started working together 4 years ago, it was well over 100,000. So we've reduced it significantly. And the surveys have been done. There's 2.3 million people in the United States that say they have the financial means and the desire to adopt a horse. We've got 35,000 going and 2.3 million people who are willing to adopt. We can solve this problem.
The numbers are there for us to succeed. If you look at the horse here that's on the screen right now, this horse, part of my long game is honestly to put the kill pens out of business, because horses go to auctions and kill pen people buy them, and if we didn't have the ability to ship horses to slaughter, they could not ransom these horses off. They could not say ships on Tuesday, ships on Sunday, get this horse, do this thing. And then they would have to become much more reputable about marketing their horses instead of this emotional plea for people to pull a horse out of its trip to the kill pen.
I know, I hate when I see those. I want to save every single one, and one person can't save every single one. I saved my Mustang. I'm so glad I did. I don't know what would have happened to him. But I just think about how, like you said, how many people there are in America who love horses and want to save horses, and how do we get those two worlds to meet?
But I don't think most people don't realize the process. What happens? They just think they take their horse to an auction and a cute little girl comes and adopts it and brings it home and everything's great, and that there couldn't be anything farther from the truth. Yvonne can tell you a little more of the exact process, and it's follow the money, like everything. Follow the money.
Everything is follow the money,
exactly.
Isn't it?
And you follow the money and you see who's making the money off the horror and torture of horses, and it's the kill pens and the kill buyers. And is that Yvonne can tell you much more about the logistics of how that works. It's so solvable, though. This is a completely solvable problem.
So
That's
how
the thing,
can
it's
we?
time,
How can
it's
we
time.
help? How can I help? How can my listeners help? How can we? What can we do?
Contact.
Well, look at the video they're showing now. Are they seeing this? The video that's showing now, these are some of our adoptive families. These are horses that have now been given a second chance, and the people that have done that for them. This is how it gets solved. More organizations like us, people who are more committed like us to make it happen. But the first thing we have to do is pass the SAFE Act in order for that to happen. Because people will always take the easiest route, and auctions are the easiest route right now. And that's why they're ending up there. We need more people like Yvonne that are out there every day working and making this happen for these horses. We can only do so much.
I agree. And don't you think that for every person who owns, say, 5 competitive show horses, whether it be racing or jumping or whatever it is, eventing, whatever they do, endurance, for every 5 horses that you own, that you compete with, own one that needs to be adopted. And I feel like that to me is the answer, because horse people, they love horses. That's how they got involved, whether they compete on them or not. If you own horses, it's a labor of love, period, because it's no matter what you win or how much money you win, you're up early in the morning, you're feeding, you're out there blanketing in the cold. If you have horses, you love them.
I want to say something. My challenge is for anyone who loves horses, anyone who's in the industry, anyone who runs a successful equine establishment, no matter what it is, take in a stray.
An unwanted.
Take in a foster.
I just have trail horses. I don't have horses that have ever made me any money in my whole life.
But it's
They've
magical.
only ever cost me money. I don't care. I love it. And I live for that, and it's my therapy. But have one that somebody
Take one
didn't
in.
want.
Absolutely. And your barn will come around that horse and around what's happening with that horse in a way that's truly magical. And you really remember what it is, what we're here for, why we love the horses. And, I'm still riding, I'm still training, I'm still showing. And there's nothing that compares to that moment when you save a horse from the worst.
Got to wrap it up. Okay. You can find out more information about Horses Without Humans, and you can find them on social media and on their website. And let's get this SAFE Act done. Let's do it. Let's get it done, and let's end this problem. It's so worth
it. This year, we're going to do it.
Let 2022 be the year. Coming right back on the Horse Talk Show. Stay with us. Thank you to our presenting sponsor, Palm Chevrolet, and our broadcast and television sponsor, Larson Hay. And also to our supporting sponsors, Equisafe, Nirvana Medical Spa, Showcase Properties of Central Florida, the Equine Performance and Innovative Center, and Summit Joint Performance.
Hi, I'm Alan Davies with Equine Therapy International. Today we're at Engineered Equine Performance celebrating the new saltwater chilled treadmill. This particular chilled equine saltwater treadmill is a game changer. As you can see, the finest materials are used. The filtration system, coarse, fine filtration, no chemicals. We use UV, ozone, combination of filtration to keep the highest water chemistry standards. Being a saltwater unit, only the finest stainless steel and materials are used. That's important when it comes to longevity and cost of service over the life of the unit. This unit also has integrated massage jets with fine bubbles and coarse air bubbles for the therapy. The control system on this is Siemens industrial grade, top of the line technology, straight from Germany, but also serviceable here in the US.
World-class equine rehab promoting faster recovery is available at the Equine Performance Center Ocala. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, an underwater treadmill, a saltwater spa, an aquapacer, MagnaWave, a vibration plate, swimming pool, massage and laser therapies. With post-surgical care, memberships, packages and BOGOs, EPC delivers a rejuvenated horse through proven and innovative rehab. Like Equine Performance Center now on Facebook and find them on the web at epcrehab.com.
This show was brought to you in part by TT Distributors, dedicated to bringing their customers the largest selection of quality horse supplements, products, and farrier supplies in Florida at affordable prices. Also online at ttdistributors.com.
This show is brought to you in part by Summit Joint Performance, promoting a healthy, thick synovial fluid, decreasing inflammation in the joints and improving the cushioning properties of the cartilage pads. All age horses can benefit from Summit Joint Performance.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the final segment of the Horse Talk Show presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience. Thank you to Larson Farms, a broadcast sponsor, Idaho's finest alfalfa. I'm Louisa Barton in the studio. We are closing up the show. This is the last segment. I have Claudia Ney Bellandi here from Oakville Farm. She's the breeder of the Mangalarga Marchadors and also a Brazilian jockey. And then I have a guy you might know over here, Jacinto Vázquez, Hall of Fame jockey who rode Ruffian, beat Secretariat. He's a pretty big deal. He's got some great stories. He should be on the show all the time because I think his stories are just phenomenal. But we're wrapping it up, and I just want to mention a few things that we mentioned at the beginning of the show. The Expo, March 9th. I think that's so important for our community. As the horse capital of the world, I think it's even more important that we're engaging our young people. And part of my day job here at the Chamber and Economic Partnership, the only chamber in the world that we know of that has an equine initiative, is getting our kids back into horses and getting them involved in the horse world. And I think this Equine Industry Expo is amazing. I took a tour last week at North Marion High School with the principal and some of the teachers there, their new equine studies program for high schools, which I'm really excited about, and working with them to get into elementary and middle, and just helping the kids learn about all the jobs there are out there in the horse world, and helping the kids that are involved with cows and pigs and sheep to learn about horses and meet the different breeds, and to learn that we have 62 breeds in Marion County, which is huge. Most people don't realize that. And just getting to see some of those, and getting to see some of the people in action training horses, floating horses' teeth. We've got an equine farrier coming so you can see a demo, and just learning about all the things that are possible. We're going to have a classroom where we're going to have some experts from the horse world talking. Actually, we should ask Jacinto to come and talk to the kids about being a jockey.
Why don't you bring him to Clase Mal over there?
That's a good idea.
Watch the horses gallop.
You know what I
everything?
talked to them last week about? Field trips. I said, when my kids were little, all the time, Orlando, I said, we got places here to take them where they can watch horses gallop and train. We have places they can go to, like the Gypsy Gold Farm Tour. The most popular thing to do in North Central Florida on TripAdvisor is the Gypsy Vanna Farm, to go and learn about the history of the Gypsy Vanna. So many things. And the principal was like, yes. I was so excited to talk to them. They were all in. They were like, whatever we have to do. And now they're teaching equine studies to their high school. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That should have happened
the school, they can bring the kids around 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:30. They get to the racetrack, watch a bunch of horses gallop when they go. And they can go through the barn, walk in a barn and ask questions, and they see the grooms, how they operate them.
You know what they did at North Marion High School last year? They sold a horse at OBS for $70,000.
Oh, yeah?
That they raised up themselves in their equine program, and they took it to OBS and they sold it for $70,000.
That's good.
They got to see what you can do with hard work. With horse, and they have horses at the school now. Oh my God! I mean, I cannot tell you how far this has come to, like, getting people involved in the industry to understand that you can be a groom and make good money. You can be a barn manager, you can be a show steward, you can go work at World Equestrian Center. World Equestrian Center has employed 700 people since it opened, and 43,000 horses have gone through World Equestrian Center since it opened. There is so much for people here that even in the hospitality industry at places like World Equestrian Center. So I think that the Equine Industry Expo March 9th is the beginning of us seeing a lot of students come and learn about, and actually both of you should go on February 17th to North Marion High School, because they're having open house all day to talk to the kids about different careers in the horse world. You guys would be wonderful. But I'm just excited that finally I feel like our community is acting like the horse capital of the world in so many different ways, from rescue, like, people like Horses Without Humans rescuing horses and rehabbing horses, to the way our thoroughbred industry here in our community will take horses back in they've trained and retrain them and give them a new career and find them a new home or let them retire there. Like we see places like even Old Friends in Kentucky where they take horses and look after them for the rest of their life. I love to see that.
Well,
that
a lot of
horse
people don't know that PETA, trying to close the racetracks.
No,
and all
crazy.
about it. They should take the some bitches and put them in school to learn how to work.
I know, thank you very much.
Yeah.
We see so much positive. Gigi actually can speak, and we're going to talk in the next couple of weeks about our trip down to Gulfstream Park. Gigi has been in the barns with me and seen how well these horses are treated. Like bedding, like I could sleep in. Hay, the best hay, and toys, and these horses have the best life. And if I would like to take all the people who are offended, who have all the signs and everything, I'd like to take them to the barn, to the people I know. I'd like to take them to Omar, who works for Mark Cassie, who gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 23-year-old guy. I don't care, I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I love my job. In there, taking care of the horses, grooming and feeding love. I say, what has happened to people who don't know, who don't see what we see?
Yeah, because they don't know.
They don't know.
That's it. They don't
If
know.
they saw what Gigi and I, what you and I have seen behind the scenes, what you've seen, these horses are so... And I'm not saying everybody is good and right. I'm not saying that, because obviously everything you do, doesn't matter what you do, whether it's football, baseball, tennis, I don't care what you do. Sports, there's going to be some people who don't do things right. But majority of the people we've met and seen, and Gigi and I have seen, and you, are good people.
Oh yeah.
And the horse sports get a bad name, and it's so sad. I just want to take people
because
and
they don't know the trademark that the horseman's got. We treat the animals better than any kid. We have a horse, it's like having a kid.
Yeah. So
and we get up 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning to make sure those horses been taken care
Mine
of.
eat before me, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
To
absolutely.
be taken care of. And a lot of people don't realize, like PETA come around, that we mistreat an animal. Okay, they're born to run.
They love to run.
And they love to run.
They love to. Have you seen a jockey fall off at the starting gate? What does the horse do? He runs the race the rest of the way. He doesn't stop. He wants to go.
He wants to go.
Horses
They're born
love to run.
To run.
They're born to run.
And now they want to take the whip away. They got so many things. The PETA, they got, they're a bunch of idiots. The people donate money to those bums to don't do nothing. They just criticize the people that work.
Did you see the end of the Pegasus? And I said to Gigi, I said, I love that. At the end of the Pegasus, before the horse went across the finish line, Irad reached up to the horse right before the finish line. He hadn't even won, but he was ahead of Nixco, and he knew he was going to win. And I saw Irad, he had the whip, and Irad was like waving the whip in the air. Wasn't touching the horse, because the horse knows, you don't.
Yeah.
He's just waving the whip like this. He didn't hit the horse at all. He's waving it like this, and the horse is... And he goes across the finish, and right before he goes across, and we should have a clip of this. We need to air this next week. Irad reaches over, and he strokes the horse down the neck and the mane like this, and pets the horse, and good boy, like this. And life is good. That's the horse. And he does this. At the end of the race, you see him, he does this. And I'm like, I want people who don't like horse racing to see that horse ran from the starting gate, across the finish line, wanted to be out front, and Irad Ortiz. We have 1 minute left.
I was a
Can you
rider.
believe that?
I love horses. I grew up with horses all my life. And when I was riding, if I had to whip one to get the money, I did. But after the race,
You love the horse.
I love the horse.
And the horses love to run. I can't believe we have to wrap it up.
I
But
got
it's
whipped
been
many
such a
times. My
great
father
show.
whipped me many times to try to make me better person. So the same thing you do with a horse.
We have to go. Whether you're in Ocala,
Oh,
Marion
no.
County, the horse capital of the world, or not, happy horsing around to the same time next week. We had a great show. We hope you join us again.